Good morning, guys. It is 7 in the morning and today is a big day. I'm finally off of the crutches. I'm so excited to ditch them. It's made everything so much easier. I've been kind of weaning off of them the past couple of days, and today we're going full no crutches. I'll probably head back to Tallahassee pretty soon within the next week or two and just get back to all of the regular things. Volunteering in the hospital is something that I wanted to do this summer, so I'm going to get back to that. And I'm going to take you guys through my day. It is Wednesday, which is my busiest day of the week with 2 classes. I also have a meeting and I'm training today, so I'm excited to take you guys through it without my crutches. So let's do it. Alright, I'm about to hop on the bike. I got this Coros heart rate monitor for my birthday. I've been loving it. It makes my heart rate so much more accurate on my Garmin. I don't know why. I think I have an older version of the Garmin, but the heart rate just will not pick up. We're gonna bike, and then I am gonna have my little post-workout meal, and then I have my biochemistry class at 9:45. So, gotta be efficient, get on the bike, knock it out, and then join that class, and then I have another class at 2 o'clock. I've been getting so much better at biking. My watts has been increasing quite a bit, which is really exciting to see. I'm definitely not an impressive cyclist, but I am excited to keep getting better. I watch a lot of triathletes and people who kind of inspire me, and it's crazy like what they can push on the bike. So I'm definitely excited to work on that, and it's fun. It's like another discipline besides running where I can kind of look at the stats and see how I'm doing. Alright, the bike is done. I honestly felt a little bit sluggish today. I had a pretty good bike yesterday, so I think that might be why. Got some good watts in, got some good mileage in, got a good sweat in. I listened to some music and watched some YouTube videos. I've been loving Philly Bowden, but I'm gonna go make my post-workout meal and then we're going to get ready for class. I just had my post-workout meal, which I completely forgot to film, but now I am sitting down getting ready for class. I have my little desk set up and it's 9 o'clock right now. My class starts at 9:45, so it lasts from 9:45 to 10:50. We start it with a little mini lecture and then we end it with an assignment, but before the class I have about 45 minutes, so I am just going to catch up on emails, any work that I have. I've already watched our lecture for the class. We have a flipped classroom yesterday, so that's how I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes, and then I'll show you guys my class and joining lecture and all of that. I also thought this would be a good time to just give a little update on my injury and where I'm at, where I'm going. Like I said, I am off the crutches, which is super exciting, and I'm going to head back to Tallahassee in 2 weeks, maybe a week, kind of just seeing how I'm doing. Really want to get comfortable with walking before I go back, and right now I'm just starting to get back to it, so kind of working on that. I am full go cross training, which is super exciting, cleared by the doctors, everything, so my coach has been sending me training and I go back pretty soon. So I have a doctor's appointment on the 17th of June, so that's going to be kind of to see where we go from here when I start boosting, what that timeline looks like. When I go back, I'm also going to get blood work, get a DEXA scan, just get all of those things taken care of. And I'm also super excited to start working in the hospital. I wanted to do that this whole summer, but obviously when I can't walk, it's just not really a possibility. So now I'm going to go back and do that, which I'm very excited about. But that's kind of my update. It's been so nice to be off of the crutches. I just have so much more freedom to do things and I get everything done so much faster. Um, I really enjoy just like walking in general. When I was in college, I would go on a walk pretty much every morning, just like a mile around the town just to see the sunrise. So I'm so happy to start getting back to that. I'm not walking around a ton right now just because I just started getting off the crutches, but hopefully we can build back to that. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm super excited. I honestly feel like fitness wise, I haven't lost very much. I won't know until I run. I do think it's going to take time for my body to readjust to running though, just because it's been a while since I've run. Like my bones are going to have to adjust, tendons, ligaments, all that stuff. So I'm not going to rush the process of getting back by any means, even though I'm super excited about it. But I feel really good. I feel confident. And I feel like I've been through this process enough that I know a lot about it. And I'm also really confident that I'm not going to end up in a situation like this again. I really just need to take a good job of listening to my body and prioritizing what, it means to be an athlete, be a student, be a human being, and just kind of like separate my worth from running from my worth with me as a human, because sometimes those can get mixed up a little bit too much. And I think that I put a lot of pressure on myself to be perfect with running, to recover as fast as possible. And that can lead to injury. So I'm just going to like give myself the time that I need to recover while doing everything that I can, sleeping, cross training, eating right, all of those things. And I'm super excited to get back, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So yeah, that's my little update
of our last chapter of, learning how proteins become.
Alright, so the lecture portion of our class finished, and I have a little assignment to do, so I'll take you guys through that. But I also got an exciting email. I'm doing undergraduate research at FSU, so kind of continuing some of the research that I did, and it's a paid position, so I'm filling out all the onboarding stuff for that right now. And I'm excited to get started, but we're going to work on this assignment, then I'm going to fix lunch because I'm hungry. Alright, this is where my assignment is. We do them on active. So let's see, today's assignment is 23 questions, so not too bad. Alright, assignment is completed. That took a little bit longer than I wanted, but it is all done, and I'm gonna go fix my lunch now. Alright, I am back at my desk. It is 1:40. I have class at 2 o'clock, so I am going to just study for my quiz and then take that at 2 o'clock. It's usually like a little 10-question quiz, and then we have an assignment after. I've gotten 100s on the first 3 quizzes, so hoping we can get another 100. My grade from my last test got bumped up, so that was good. But still have to keep doing pretty well in the class. This is biochemistry, by the way. So that's the plan. It's been a pretty good day, other than it is so cloudy outside, but I'm just kind of grinding out on school, and then I got my bike ride done this morning. I've also been kind of doing some preparation for the MCAT and just learning more about it, looking at some different schools that I'm interested in, that sort of thing. Figuring out, what I want to do for clinical hours, shadowing. So yeah, that's been my day. I'll let you guys know how the quiz goes. Hopefully it goes well. Alright guys, we did it. My dog was barking the whole time I was taking it, but we're good. Good boy. You want a tummy rub? You want a little tummy rub? Good boy. Alright, I just finished up my assignment, and that is it for school for today. So during this injury, I have been cross training a lot harder than my other injuries, which I'm really proud of, but I also need to make sure that I'm taking care of my body. So I am about to do my core series. I'm going to take you guys through that. And then also I do a lot of mobility and strengthening exercises to not only recover from my cross training, but also when I get back to running, I want my ankles and those sorts of things to be really strong and ready to take on the running again. I know that transition is going to be hard regardless, but those are things that I'm working on. So I've got the little core mat out, and we are going to do 3 sets of 30 crunches, 30 weighted dead bugs, and 30 weighted Russian twists. I have a little 10-pound dumbbell, and I'm going to do those now. Okay, so now, I don't know if you guys can see me, I want to take you through kind of my recovery toolkit. I've really, like I said, been trying to prioritize recovery. I think when I get injured, I look for all the little things that I could be doing for my body to get better and prevent injury. And it's something I wish I did during my active running. So I'm hoping that these habits will carry over to that. So this is just a little roller. I use it to roll my quads in kind of areas that are a little bit more uncomfortable to roll, whereas I'll use like a bigger roller on my hamstrings and my calves and those sorts of areas. And then I have this little spiky ball. I also have a lacrosse ball that I'll roll my feet with, but this is honestly really good for just like, I don't know, I feel like it works a little bit better than the lacrosse ball. Sometimes I feel like I have to press pretty hard down on the lacrosse ball to feel things, but I like doing a combination of this and the lacrosse ball. And then I've got a TENS unit in here. I kind of just do this on any area that's giving me a little bit of trouble. If it's just a little bit sore or tight. It honestly, I don't know if it's the most helpful thing. My trainers kind of call it like feel-good treatment. But just like when I'm watching TV and I'm sitting down, I like to use this and it makes me feel good. At least like I feel like I'm being productive. And the rolling is another helpful thing too. And I also have a couple of bands. So these I do for some ankle work, kind of like eversion, inversion with my ankles. I also like to do the ankle alphabet. I think that's pretty helpful. And then if I'm doing any hip work, I'll usually use these bands too. All right, also I have these little kind of like compression sleeves. They're cheap, they're not Normatec like we have at school, but I'm gonna do some of those while I'm laying in bed and do the TENS unit. But for now, we're gonna do just a couple like prevention exercises. Like I said, I'm gonna do like some clamshells, some inversion, eversion with the ankle. I think I'm gonna do some like dorsiflexion with my tibs, just to make sure I can like try my best to prevent shin splints when I come back to running, because that's usually the first thing that flares up for me. But yeah, that's the plan. And then I am going to fix some dinner and hop on to my athlete meeting tonight. I finished my meeting with my athlete. She PR'd in her event, which was super awesome, and it was a great session. I love meeting with my athletes, but for the rest of the night, I have my Ninja Creamies, so I'm gonna eat my ice cream and watch my TV show. And then I also have my supplements and my book, my sleeping mask, and my earplugs so I can get a good night's rest. But today was a really good day. I feel like every day is just a building block for the next, where I'm getting better in school, I'm getting better in training, really just figuring out what makes me happy at the end of the day. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.